Ich sitze jetzt hier mit Sven, dem Gründer von Larian Studios. So you are the producer of Divinity Original Sin. You are the founder of Larian and you created Divinity. Quite an adventure, don't you think?
Creating Divinity?
Yeah, creating Divinity. And how many years have you been doing this?
I started on Divinity 1 actually in 1999. So it's, if I calculate quickly, it's going to be 14 years, almost 15 years.
14 years. And you started with 4 people, 5 people?
Yeah. When we started out, we were like 3-4 guys, and
now you are 40 guys.
Yeah.
And what does a producer do?
I think all my colleagues wonder what the hell I actually do.
I thought so. When I see them wandering, gazing your path, when you walk around the office.
I just walk around and I type stuff and I email a lot. But normally so the job description I have is...
you need Facebook skills?
Yeah, and Twitter skills, and I have to work with email. And
what is the matter with the women in the game development department?
There's only 2 here. Right? We have a writer, Sarah,
yeah,
and then our office manager also. And the thing is that they just don't show up. We have interviews and we ask them to show. Probably it's us, I guess. I don't know.
Would you like more women in your team?
Yeah, because I mean the women that we have make a very big difference.
Yeah, there are like dozens of people working on a game, and in the end a game has to come out.
Yes.
So if no one is there to manage it and guide it, they're all gonna make something completely different. And after 3 years you still don't have a game.
Maybe you have 40 games.
Maybe we'll have 40 different games.
Yeah.
One with very good animations, one with very good coding but no graphics. So you have to make sure that everyone is on the same page, everyone is on the same line, everything is done on time, everyone talks to each other, the communication. But it doesn't stop in managing the team. It also means that, for instance, I have to talk to people that give us third-party software to get updates, to make sure they fix their bugs. I talk to Steam, for instance, or GOG to get the promotions out there, to be on par with their marketing campaigns, you know, all that kind of stuff. So internal communication, external communication.
We did a lot of, you did a lot of drinking last night. And there were some happy events like music, and I think the restaurant owner also joined our group perfectly.
Yeah, it was a good match. I hope you weren't filming.
Yes, we were.
You were?
Yes, we were.
Oh my God.
We were not. You were in this restaurant from the beginning, where you created Divinity 1.
Yeah, that's true.
You stay true to your beginnings.
To the roots. Yeah, I'm actually, like the game we're making now is like, we always said it's like a back to the roots game. We had to abandon our roots several times during our history because we had to work with publishers. And I actually like my second game, Beyond Divinity.
They are pain in the ass, the publishers.
They are always. I mean, that's it comes with the job, I guess. There's nothing to be done about it.
And why did you decide to have a co-op gameplay with 2 people? Why not 4, like Left 4 Dead, or all Magica, all the games that came out?
Yeah, but you're all mentioning games where it's all about the co-op, is only about the combat system. Here, when you're playing, it's also I don't think somebody has made a game where you can have such a deep impact as a story as a party. Typically, it's going to be one guy in the party who's going to take the decisions. Here, you have discussions going on. You have to deal with my consequences of my actions. If your friend is entering the city of Sightseeing, where you've been playing, and he decides to murder everybody or piss everybody off, and you enter, then you have to
I
deal
didn't
with
want to murder. I didn't want to murder. I only just wanted to steal something, and then they came and attacked me. It was not my fault.
You could have avoided that. You could have talked your way out, and you said, "Okay, I'll go to jail with you," and you didn't want to go to jail, I guess. All right.
So you are doing quite a lot of jobs here. If you don't do only producing stuff, you also, like you commented now, that you do some 3D stuff, some programming, stuff like that.
Well, I try to help out wherever I can. So I think a lot of people here are jacks of all trades, so they can do a bit of everything.
But they are specialized.
But they're specialized, like someone is very good at animation, but that doesn't mean that they can't do 3D modeling.
Of
so
course.
they'll help out if there's no animation to do anymore. And it's the same for me. So for instance, at the start of a production or at the end of a production, I'm constantly busy with emailing and scheduling and documenting and talking to people. But for instance, right now, I don't really have that many production tasks. So I'm helping out the design team.
Okay.
I'm asking the lead designer, like, what do you trust me with? And now for instance, I'm jumping in on combat and combat scripting.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We had some problems with a goblin, a shaman goblin, who has very large armor.
You can't hit him for jack shit. So normally as a producer I would go like, oh yeah, I'll tell design, but now because I know the tool, I know the editor, I know how balancing works, I immediately know the problem and I can fix it myself.
Yeah. Do you see yourself as an indie developer, or are you already too big to be an indie developer?
I think we're somewhere in between. I mean, we're obviously not the garage startup that we used to be, although we still sometimes behave like it, I guess. Well, yeah, you saw last night. I was very, I was very indie, and we've done worse. I mean, and we work hard. I take my computer home in the weekend, and I can continue programming. That's not very AAA developer-like. But obviously we have established franchise, so we have games that are out there, and we're bringing out games regularly. We have other games that are coming out. So we're in between somewhere, and I think there's quite a few developers that fall in between. But the big difference now is that in the past we would have been working for some B publisher, whereas we're now self-publishing.
So, man, I like your boots too.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe it's the same brand or something.
I don't know. Is the brand there?
No.
It's already worn off. But these are
boots.
biker boots, and those are more like cowboy shoes, right?
I used to wear those as well, and then I fell in love with anything with snakeskin. It's probably that came
Is it
from
real
singing.
snakeskin?
It's snakeskin.
Killed by your own hands?
No.
Did you pee in it?
No, do you have to?
Yes,
that's how that works.
If you pee in it, then they are firstly comfortable, and they are really your own.
I think other people have peed on it.
Yes, really.
Yeah, when you go to festivals and stuff, and you're standing in line to, stuff happens.
Really? Yeah. What was the stupidest decision you took in all these 14 years in game making? Not the good decisions, obviously.
I made many stupid decisions.
Yeah, tell us. We want to learn from these decisions.
I should have fought harder when releasing Divine Divinity, not to release it, and to wait a little bit more, because Divinity became a cult hit over time, but when it was released it was a buggy mess. And I should have done
the first one,
and the second one also.
And the second one also.
So, and I should have fought much harder there, but it was very hard. And in hindsight, it was the wrong decision, because it was like really, we were literally on the border of bankruptcy, and I was fighting every day to find some cash to pay people, and it was really tough for me. Personally also, it was fairly tough, because in Belgium you go to jail almost if you don't manage to pay everybody.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it was really hard. And I should have fought even harder then, because it was like the difference between like breakthrough hits or cult hits was within those reaches.
And you have another quite important job, Sven told me.
I do?
Yeah, you are a Twisted Sister cover band. You're working in a Twisted Sister cover band.
It's not really work, that's a hobby.
That's a hobby, but it's quite an important one.
I make better money there than with Larian, of course. But
of course, yeah. Maybe because Sven is buying all the CDs you were throwing on the market.
That would be nice. Yeah, 5 years ago we started a Twisted Sister tribute band, because there's this one festival in Belgium that only has tribute bands.
Okay.
And Friends of
But
mine
it was
had
a fun thing.
Friends of mine had a Thin Lizzy cover band, and they were nagging like, "Can we play at your festival?" And he said like, "Thin Lizzy, who's waiting for that?" And then just for laughs, they said like, "What do you want then? What can't you find?" And he said, "Well, I can't find a Twisted Sister cover band in Europe anywhere." And so they asked,
For reasons.
No, it's
Yes.
probably too difficult.
Do you have the costumes?
We have the costumes.
Yes.
So we try to go for the Stay Hungry era of Twisted Sister. So I wear a huge blonde wig with curls and everything.
Nice.
I wear the makeup. I made my own costume out of the football harnesses that football players in America wear. It took
And
me
the
a long
makeup
time to find
also?
all the
makeup?
pink stuff.
Just tell me, the game comes out when?
I'm going to tell you when it's ready, but no, it's going to be in the beginning of next year. But my terms for beginning can be quite
Stretched.
Stretched, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So like March, April, something like this.
Yeah.
So you are into metal. I saw many metal festival posters inside, and so you're a metal freak.
I started listening to rock because one of my uncles was into Kiss. And when you're like 6, 7 years old and you see these larger than life guys wearing makeup and making
One
heavy
of your
music,
uncles was part of
into
Kiss?
metal. No. He was listening to Kiss. And when you're little, those guys are really like, whoa. They look like superheroes instead of like a normal band.
Actually, they are action figures from the Kiss band members. Yeah.
I have at least 4.
Nice.
No, but I started listening to rock music. I still listen to normal stuff too, like Elvis Presley and Roy Orbison, but most of the music that I listen to is metal, heavy metal, thrash metal, death metal, all kinds of metal.
Nice. Because my community, I'm also listening to metal, and my community is very affectionate about metal. So, and maybe you are up to a game.
What game?
A game.
Is it a metal game?
Yeah, a metal game. We have to name each one band, one metal band, and a major metal band. And we're doing this in alphabetical order.
Okay.
So I will begin with a metal band with A, and then you say one. And there's points if you don't.
If you can't come up with a game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Able
Let's go.
I start with A. Okay.
Okay.
Abigor.
You're from Germany, right?
I'm from Germany. Yeah.
Okay. Accept.
Behemoth.
I'll still go with Black Sabbath.
Cannibal Corpse.
Carcass.
You are good, man. You're fast. Def Leppard.
Shit, I was gonna say Def Leppard. Death Angel.
Enslaved.
Entombed.
Equilibrium. Ah, no, we are going
for the F.
Fenris.
Fear Factory.
Nice. I didn't think of that. It's a major band. You should take the point.
They only have 2 good albums. Sorry. Did I say that?
Gwar.
Gorefest.
Nice. Gorgoroth.
You're doing 2.
H-Blocks.
Hypocrisy.
That's a better metal band, definitely. Isengard.
Incantation.
And now it's beginning to really. I don't know a metal band with J, I think.
Jack Panzer.
Nice.
They're pretty old.
Yeah, I know them.
So are we.
But I didn't. There has
Judas
to be
Priest.
Judas Priest, of course. You get the point here. You already have 2 points. Okay. Katatonia.
Creator.
Lacrimosa.
Led Zeppelin. They're not metal, I know, but it's
Okay,
the first
it's okay.
thing
It's
that
okay. Led Zeppelin.
It was either that or Limp Bizkit, and we don't want to have Limp Bizkit.
No, we don't want to have Limp Bizkit. Morbid Angel.
Nice. So
My Dying Bride.
Man of War.
Man of War. No, they are on the same league as no, Limp Bizkit not, but
I like Man of War. Well, yeah. I really like Man of War.
like this? I thought it was like.
It's the hammer.
It's a hammer like that. Nasum.
Nazareth is too old, probably. It's not even metal. Napalm Death.
Orphanage. Opeth.
Obituary.
Pentagram.
Pestilence. Oops.
Quarthen.
Never heard of them. Q. Q.
I think Quarthen was a black metal band, but I'm not sure.
Queen.
Q was a part of James Bond. That is not a
Queen. I don't know any other band with
Queen
a Q.
isn't a metal band.
It's rock. Okay.
Yeah.
Q. I think it's the only thing I have with a Q.
I think that Quorthon really is a metal band, and it's not invented. But maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
Rhapsody of Fire.
Rat.
Sentenced.
Sabotage.
Trivium.
Testament.
A nice one. Ulva.
Unleashed.
Vomitory.
Venom.
White Lion. it's a metal band. You have to be
Wasp or Warrant or
nice. X.
That's a tough one. No, I know. Shit. Racer X. No. XYZ. Is that a band? That's a band.
I don't know. I have to
or
pass
it's
on
a
this
song.
one. I think. I have to pass on this one. And Z.
ZZ Top is the only
ZZ
one
Top.
I know.
Yeah.
Or Zet Yahoo is also a band. And then we forgot Y, so I don't know. Yes.
Yes, no, but there is. I think there are bands like black metal bands with Yggdrasil or something like this.
Yggdrasil and stuff.
Ja. So, das war das ultimative Metal Game. Mir hat sehr viel Spaß gemacht. Thank you very much. And,
My pleasure.
Wir werden uns wiedersehen, bestimmt auf der Gamescom oder irgendwo anders. Wir spielen jetzt noch mal ein bisschen weiter. Bis dahin, tschö.